Hello, everyone. So, today in this session, let's talk about a remarkable development in India's foreign relations. So, recently, if you see, Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarked on a three-nation tour, including a significant visit to Nigeria. So, during his visit to Nigeria, he received Nigeria's second highest civilian award. That's the Grand Commander of Order of the Niger, or Commander of Order of Niger. So this makes a historic milestone as this prestigious honor was last awarded to a foreign leader in 1969. So guys, what makes Nigeria so important for India? Let's dive into the geopolitical, economic and strategic aspect of this relationship. It can be expected as a mains question in the next mains. So let's get prepared anyway. Let's try to understand Nigeria. Okay, so Nigeria is often referred to as the giant of Africa for good reasons, actually. Firstly, population. With over 220 million people, Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa. Almost similar to Pakistan in population size. Now, if you look at the oil wealth, it is one of the world's leading oil producing nation, with oil contributing to over 90% of its forex earnings as well. Again, if you look at the cultural aspect, the cultural richness, despite various challenges like corruption, lack of industrial growth, health related issues, Nigeria's rich culture and resources make it a powerhouse in Africa, actually. Now, let's see India's role. See, Prime Minister Modi visit to Nigeria basically highlights the strengthening ties, the relationship between the two nations. And Nigeria's recognition of PM Modi with the Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger actually underscores India's growing influence in Africa. So this also reflects Nigeria's appreciation for India's contribution to its development, including in supports in areas like, if you see, technology, agriculture. India's expertise in these sectors actually offers significant opportunities for Nigeria. And again, defense collaboration. Nigeria recently signed a $1 billion defense deal with India, which is about purchasing equipment such as fighter jets and missile systems like that. Now, why Nigeria is important for us? Nigeria is not just another country for India. It's actually a strategic partner in terms of oil imports, in terms of trade opportunities, in terms of cultural links, all we can connect. As a major oil importer, exporter, okay, and a producer, Nigeria basically offers India a reliable alternative to traditional supplies like Russia and the Middle East. That is one option. And then if you look at the trade aspect, Nigeria's underdeveloped industrial base creates opportunities for Indian exports, and that is ranging from machinery to pharmaceutical. So, if you can import the oil and if you can export the other things, then there can be a trade balance also. So, that is again a good thing. Okay. So, if you look at the cultural link, a significant Indian diaspora resides in Nigeria, again, fostering strong people to people connections over there. Now, Nigeria's oil dependency. See, one of the key highlights of Nigeria's economy is its dependency on oil. If you look at the economic structure, oil accounts for two-thirds of government revenue and 90% of foreign exchange income. Again, if you look at impact of oil prices, the fluctuations in global prices heavily impact Nigeria's economy and its citizens. Why? Because completely 90% of income depending upon the oil exports. Now, again, if you look at potential for diversification for Nigeria, with India's support, Nigeria could diversify its economy by developing various industries and infrastructure like that. And Nigeria's importance goes beyond bilateral relation from India's perspective. So Nigeria actually serves as a gateway for India to strengthen ties with Africa as a whole. And if you look at the BRICS aspiration also, Nigeria's interest in joining BRICS aligns with India's push for multipolar global governance. So that is something which you can mention in your answer if you get this question. Again, Africa's inclusion in G20. So India's advocacy for Africa's inclusion in G20 has further enhanced its goodwill in the African continent. So Nigeria is actually a door which is, going to open India's, good entry to Africa. So if you look at the opportunities in local currency trade, one of the most exciting aspect of India-Nigeria relation is the potential for trade in local currencies. Rupee Naira trade. Nigeria has expressed openness to trade in local currencies, bypassing the need for US dollar. Secondly, if you see, if you can import oil and you can export the product, then there can be a trade balance which can be maintained, and there is no need to depend on US dollar too much. So this is actually mutually benefiting, right? Significantly, it will reduce the trade deficit and it can foster smoother economic transaction between the two nations if you are not depending too much on US dollar for the trades. And the appreciation depreciation of Indian rupee with respect to US dollar is not going to make much impact over here. If you look at the defense and strategic collaboration, these are the different dimensions that you need to write, guys, when you are writing the mains. Okay, so if you see India and Nigeria's collaboration in defense and strategic sectors is basically growing. And if you look at different equipment part and geopolitical alliance also, both sides it's growing. So Nigeria's interest in purchasing advanced defense systems like Tejas fighter jets and BrahMos missiles reflect its trust in Indian technology. Before I told you, 1 billion contract has been signed already. And if you look at geopolitical alliances, as Nigeria seeks to strengthen its global standing by partnering with India, it actually provides access to advanced technology and diplomatic support also. Now, the lessons in overcoming the stereotypes. Finally, as Indians, it's essential to view Nigeria beyond stereotypes. We need to have that mutual respect and we need to acknowledge the opportunities for growth. See, just as we dislike being stereotyped by Western nations, we must extend the same courtesy to countries like Nigeria. So we must have that mutual respect. And again, if you see recognizing Nigeria's potential rather than its shortcomings, allow us a mutually beneficial partnership from which both Nigeria and we will benefit. So, guys, Nigeria is more than just an oil-rich nation. It's a critical ally for India in Africa and beyond. So, strengthening this relationship through trade, through defense, cultural exchange can create lasting benefits for both nations. So let's continue to build on this partnership and let's explore the vast opportunities that it actually offers. What you can do is you can comment your thoughts, okay, about India Nigeria relation, and you can also mention if I have missed out any points which you can benefit in mains examination. So that's about this session, guys, and thank you so much for watching.